What's up, guys? Welcome to episode
17?
17 of The Sit Down with me. I'm Mark.
I'm Joel.
And we're going to be talking about Tidal, Lionel Richie, Avicii.
Tommy Lee, Kelly Clarkson, Lemmy.
And we're going to be talking about some new vinyl releases. So stay tuned. How's it going?
It's going. It's
we usually start
with how the week was.
Yeah.
Personally, is all right. Got a little, hauled a little camper at home for the summer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, cleaned it out last night.
Are you going to sleep in that?
Probably 1 or 2 nights, maybe. I don't think anything works in it, so it's just more of like, just a playhouse for my dude in the yard.
If you have to pee.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's a toilet in it, but I didn't check the plumbing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So, I mean, that's new. Messed around with that yesterday, and other than that, I don't think there's really anything too new this week.
Cool.
It's been pretty chill.
I went to see my chiropractor today for the first time in a year and a month.
Aha.
Man, that felt good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Especially...
You should drink a lot of water today, dude.
I got Pepsi.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It's about the same, right?
Just get dehydrated. Yeah, sure. Yep.
I drank a lot of water today, so this is a treat right now.
I haven't done any push-ups today yet.
Drop them.
I should.
Right now.
I should. I've been doing, for you guys at home, I've been doing 100 push-ups a day for 2 months. I think going on 2 months-ish. Yeah, right. He pussied out like a week. Not even a weekend.
Oh,
like
no.
3 days.
No.
When's the last time you did 100 push-ups in a day? Yeah,
wow.
You didn't even make the first week, the first day. You did like 10 or 20, and you're like, oh, I just my arms hurt.
Screw you! No. I was good for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then he pansied out.
Yeah.
I've been going since March for sure.
Yeah.
Not because of COVID. I didn't start it for any of that. It was just something I wanted to try and do, and I just kept going. There was a couple days I hit 300.
For the people that checked out our Instagram and Facebook stories.
Right. That's why he caught me doing he caught me doing push-ups before we recorded. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, last week. You were behind in your push-ups and you before we start recording, hang on.
Yeah, I had a set to do and I haven't done any today, so when we're done, I have 100 to go.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I can?
Oh, I think you can, but I don't think you should.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I need a day break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you got going on in music this week?
Actually, before we do that,
sure,
I'm gonna throw you a curveball because we didn't talk about this before. But
cool. I like curveballs.
Turntables. Do we have any
sales on?
Yeah.
We do, and I'll be honest, I don't have my sheet in front of me.
That's what I thought.
Talk about a curveball.
So we have some Audio Technica turntables on sale.
4 of them.
We're not sure which ones.
There are 4 on sale.
Oh, yeah, I can look it up. Hang on.
There you go. And I think 2 of them, 2 for sure, the sale is over next week.
Or the end of the week this episode airs.
That's right. So you're watching this Monday or listening to it on Monday. Friday, the sales will be over. Okay,
so according to the website, we have the Audio Technica LP 120X for $379.95. Then we have the LP3 for $279.95. Then
those are each, I think, like 20 bucks.
Yeah, and then the LPW40WN. Just throw alphabet at it.
Yeah.
$399.99. Then this LP60.
XB or something.
Yeah, is that supposed to be on there?
I think so.
Okay, $139.95.
Oh wait, I sent you a picture of the sales, did I not? Oh, but it doesn't tell you.
Well, whatever.
which ones they were, but yeah.
Anywho,
so those 4 altogether.
But we also have some turntable news. We've been doing Audio Technica turntables for a while now, but coming up this week. We will also be selling project turntables. Unfortunately, not the debut carbon yet, which is the most popular model, but that's not available yet. But the models under that will be available. Joel is going to add those to the website this week.
Sometime. Yeah, hopefully this weekend. I'm going to start dipping my toes in it this weekend. So I'm going to, the goal is by next week's episode, they should all be up, is the goal.
So if you're looking for something project related, which is not the debut carbon or the higher end models, we also get the speed boxes, accessories like the turntable mats, the feet, all those kinds of things. We will have those too.
Are we putting like this kind of stuff on there too?
Not U-turn.
Okay.
U-turn is a.
No, I'm talking about like the case, the cover.
The covers.
Like that kind of accessories?
They come with the turntables.
Yeah, okay.
So no.
Okay. Because I thought that was an option, wasn't it?
On some of them. I haven't really looked at the price list, but...
Well, yeah. The goal for this week is to have the turntables on first, and then I'm going to start going with accessories and all that other stuff, yeah.
Yep. And then also, maybe, that's not confirmed yet, we might be doing Klipsch speakers.
Cool. Never heard of them. What? Honest to God. Oh. Not that like I'm shopping around for speakers all the time. Like that's why. Like I don't.
Right. No, but it's a
solid brand.
Yeah. I wouldn't say. Well, I don't want to downplay the brand,
and you don't want to oversell it neither.
Yeah, it's not a super high end. Brand that only audiophiles have.
Yeah.
But it's a good
speaker.
Like, do you know Polk Audio?
No.
It compares to that.
Aren't I like the best co-host to have on the show? I know nothing about nothing.
No, but I think, and again, I didn't really dig into it yet, but Klipsch and Polk are kind of similar-ish.
Polk.
P-O-L-K.
Mm-hmm.
Like polka, but
without
the A.
Cool.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that on the website, you guys.
And I made a few changes on the website, the design-wise. You may have noticed, you may not, whatever. Let us know in the comments if you spot the differences.
How did you like last week's episode?
Right, last week.
Having Joel on.
That was...
I thought it was fun.
It was
fun, man.
It was digging up a lot of good memories.
Yeah, it was a good time. I definitely want to... Our plan is to do that more frequently, you guys, is to have more guests on. We might not do it exactly like we did it last week, like with having Joel on the screen. We're kind of working that stuff out, but we have some surprises coming up in the future.
If someone has suggestions on how to get high quality video and audio, we got the audio figured out, but having it on like the video part, that's still that we're
working that out.
Yeah,
I think we've got about 3 other things that we want to try.
Yeah.
So just if you guys can just bear with us for the next little while, as every time we have a guest on, it might be a little different from the last time, and it's just till we find our groove, like what's comfortable with us and how it all works out, and then you'll see it being more repetitive.
And give us suggestions if you have any.
Yeah,
we love comments.
And if you guys want to be on the show, definitely reach out to us.
Yep.
And we'll look into it.
Don't be shy. We'll yeah. So should we do some news?
We can. Do you got any?
I got some. Yep.
I got a little bit.
Okay, so
open for discussion. Open to have a sit down.
you know Tidal?
I do not.
Oh my god. Okay, do you know Spotify?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know Google Play Music?
Yeah.
Do you know Apple Music?
Yeah.
Do you know Tidal?
Sure.
Okay. So Tidal is
another platform,
a music streaming platform owned by Jay-Z, mostly.
Cool.
But the headquarters are in Oslo, which is Norway. And they got into a little bit of trouble with the authorities there because Tidal was kind of inflating the numbers that they were doing on their platform. And of course, royalties are being paid out based on the amount of plays they have.
Right. So how are they like bumping that up, making it seem like there's more than there is? How do they falsify that?
Okay, so I gotta get this right here. So because the platform calculates royalties for all songs based on the play counts, it's a crucial issue that could also affect royalties paid to other artists. So they made it so that Beyonce and Kanye and Jay-Z got more numbers so they could take more out of their business, I guess, somehow.
And this is recent?
Yep. It's kind of an ongoing investigation, so details are not that great.
Right.
But there is an investigation, and definitely
fraudulent
kind of
things there. And just for the record, it's not like it's Jay-Z specifically doing it or Beyonce. It's like the corporation, right, that's doing it?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I think, and the article is not clear about that, but I think it's because Jay-Z and Beyonce are a thing.
Owners and married.
Yeah, so if they make it so that Tidal inflates the number of plays, they can get more royalties out of the business. It's their own business, but they get more royalties than they should be getting.
I feel, yeah, that makes kind of sense.
But I mean, that's a thing in the music industry.
Right. We touched on that. We touched on that like one of the beginning episodes too, right?
Yeah.
That's maybe not specifically Jay-Z and Beyonce, but it's the people running, the lawyers and whatever. Not saying that it's lawyers, but you know what I mean? It's not them specifically, it's the people running the show behind the scenes.
And
But Jay-Z and Beyonce are the ones getting the bad name, the bad rep, because it's their name.
Right, but
I
think this is more, I mean, the music industry has always been corrupt. I mean, don't mean that the whole industry, but there's always loopholes that are exploited by people.
I heard some funny news today on Joe Rogan. I watched that episode this afternoon. He had Bill Burr on, and Bill Burr plays the drums, and he's really big into music and likes playing, doing his stand-up at stadiums and stuff where like Zeppelin's played and stuff, right? And he gets a kick out of that. Obviously, he hasn't done that in a while because of COVID, but he mentioned something about Elvis Presley. When like how he got like royally screwed back in the day, because he was like U.S. Constricted. He didn't tour outside of the U.S. or he played in Toronto like once or something. This is like from the podcast I heard today, and the reason for that being was because his manager had some visa issues and was worried that if Elvis left the country, he wouldn't be able to return back in because something to do with visa. So that's why he had him like doing movies and everything instead of on tour playing his music like he should have been, like worldwide. And I just found that out today. I thought that was interesting. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I heard it. But it kind of makes sense why all of a sudden Elvis would just go into movies all the time. And you don't really... Didn't he have a Vegas residency?
Yeah.
So that was probably like... I don't know. So did Celine Dion, I guess, right?
But I mean, also to like back in the 70s when you had a record out, the producers needed to sell a certain amount of records, and they were supposed to go to record stores. But like the newspaper boys nowadays that instead of delivering their flyers into mailboxes and whatever, they just dump them in the river and say they delivered it.
Really?
No. That's.
They're still newspaper boys.
Well, that's how it was done
Really?
in my hometown. You go to the park.
You guys just litter that in the
There's
river.
always a bundle of flyers in the
In the river?
in the pond somewhere. Yeah, and then they go back. Yeah, my bags are empty. I'm done. So and similarly, I think that works with records too. Like some of the promoters just dumped a bunch of records in the garbage and said, "Yeah, I promoted all of them." I don't know.
Well, isn't that going back to kind of what's going on with this
I think
thing,
that's
right?
That's kind of what's going on. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we made a million streams or whatever.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they just got like some program running, so it's like downloading that song over and over and over again, or
like
whatever.
Bieber did.
Is that what he did?
This was a few months ago. He wanted his song in the top of the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what's going on here too. He wanted his song, which one was it, Candy or Ice Cream or whatever?
Sure.
Some stupid, whatever.
Not stupid, just.
Anyway.
What's up, Beeps?
He wanted his song in the top of the charts, so he got his fans to play the song on low volume, not mute, because that YouTube doesn't like that. So have it. I don't know exactly how YouTube would play that, but he requested for people to play the song on YouTube, not on mute, but on low volume, and just loop it over and over and over, and just keep playing it.
Right.
And that would boost numbers, even if people are not listening to it. So
is that considered?
You can do that on Spotify too.
Okay, so is that fraudulent or no? Because all he's doing is he's getting his creation to the top of the list. That's all he's doing. Somebody actually did that and is playing it on a loop, and they're still listening to it on low volume over and over and over again. So what? What's the difference if I like a song and I'm downloading it 100 times?
Royalties.
What's the difference?
Royalties.
Yeah, but so what? Maybe there's an argument there saying that he's paying them to do that, let's say, or
no.
Do they legitimately like the song and they're listening to it over and over
and over
again?
It was kind of, and this was like a few months ago, and I read it in the news, and I was like, should we bring this up? And I decided not to. But so the
excuse me.
Maybe it was Spotify too, where you can loop a specific song and just loop it over and over, and then just mute or lower the volume and leave it in the background, so that it would climb the charts, get more royalties. I don't know.
Cool.
Is it?
I don't see there's anything wrong with it.
I don't know. I think this is a discussion point that we can put in the comments.
Because if they didn't want, if Spotify or YouTube or whatever didn't want that to be a factor, they would just monitor it a different way. Like, couldn't they see, like, what IP address it's coming from, for example? And if that's the case,
Maybe.
Then what if it is like a really good song and that person? How many times have you listened to Fat Bottom Girls from Queen?
A few times.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's usually in combination with other songs. It's not like I'm going to hit
repeat
on that over and over and over and over and over.
Have you ever done that? Here's a question. What's the last song that you listened to back to back to back 3 or more times?
That was probably in my teenage years.
Like high school days,
yeah.
Hey? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But is that not Bieber's demographic?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you got a point.
Just arguing.
I know.
I don't really care. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make a point, that's all.
Yep.
And yeah, shit, I don't remember the last song I did that over and over again.
No.
It was probably something from like Korn, maybe, Limp Bizkit.
You still do that?
You're fucking right, Tony. Yeah. You bet I do.
Huh. All right.
I've listened to Iron Man from Black Sabbath so many times that
yeah.
that's my son's favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, the video he's seen of it is like, it's Iron Man, Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
But the video clips are like Iron Man from
Iron Man.
Yeah, from the movies.
Yeah.
So he doesn't understand that that's Black Sabbath. And I played him other Black Sabbath songs, and he kind of likes them. He digs them. But he just likes Iron Man because it's Iron Man. But he knows the words. That's pretty cool. He sings it.
How old is he?
5. Yeah.
Cool.
That's one of his favorite songs. He likes Iron Man. He likes Cowboys from Hell. And what the hell's the other one? Those are the top 2. And then third pick is just usually whatever I put on. But he does like Korn and Limp Bizkit.
Okay, moving on. What you got?
Tommy Lee is recording a song with Post Malone.
Okay.
Another one. I guess he did one back in 2018, and they're doing another one together. I forget the name of it. I think it's called Tommy Lee. Don't quote me on that.
The new one or the one that he did
The
before?
new song that they're recording.
Okay.
I feel like it's called Tommy Lee. Don't quote me on that. And then, but reason I wanted to talk about Tommy Lee a little bit is because apparently he's got 2 solo singles coming out as well.
Okay.
And then it just made me think of Methods of Mayhem. And I'm curious if you ever listened to that album or...
No, not really.
Oh my God, I have that at home and I still rock that out when I'm doing my push-ups.
But you're stuck in the 90s.
Oh, it was so good, man. Did you ever see that video, Get Naked?
Yes.
Everybody in the video is naked except Fred Durst. He's the only one in the whole video with clothes, with his red backwards ball cap and the blue shirt. He's the only one. Everyone else is naked.
Yeah, I think I remember that on the Dutch, like the Dutch MTV.
Right.
It was called TMF, the Music Factory. It was kind of like an MTV ripoff, but in Dutch.
Well, in Canada's was much more music.
Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I still rock that album out. Kid Rock's
was there actual nudity in there?
It was blurred out. While on like Much More Music, it was. I'm sure you can get the actual video.
In Holland, we don't censor that shit.
So they were actually naked.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if it was that video, but there were a lot of naked videos.
Another ones. You know what else is like a really sexy video?
Britney.
No, it's
okay.
I don't remember the name of the group. I think it's a Call on Me. You know that song where it's like call on me, call on me, call on me.
Yeah,
that's me. Watch that video.
I want to say Belgian DJ.
So that whole video is like this girl in aerobics class.
Yep.
So it's like a lot of aerobics thrusting, but it makes me think of
Eric Fritz.
Is that who it is?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that video.
I think a lot of
people do.
Teenage boys.
But you know what? I feel like the idea for that video came from a movie back in like the 80s or 70s with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta. And I don't remember the name of that movie. But
okay, here I'm gonna,
because there's a video or there's a movie with them and she's like an aerobics instructor or something like that, and it just, I don't know if it's got anything to do with each other.
I'm gonna mute that.
But the video reminds me of that movie.
We're just gonna play this in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
While we talk about something else.
Sure. And then you can even bring up, for those of you watching, Mark's going to play the video in the back, but with no sound. But after, you should go into the clip of the John Travolta, Jamie Lee Curtis. And you tell me if you think it's similar. Because look at, so this girl at the front would represent the Jamie Lee Curtis character.
Okay. In
my point of view. And then the dude is obviously John Travolta.
Oh.
And that was like, that was a scene in the movie. That's where I think this video came. But yeah, this video is pretty stellar. I like it.
So now you're going to hear about 4 minutes of silence because we're going to watch this video
now. So if you guys want to just find that video in real time and watch it with us. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Tommy Lee, I don't know. He's still. I saw him in Saskatoon.
Tommy, wait, hang on. Doesn't he have a much younger girlfriend or wife?
Yes, and I forget what her name is. But yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but okay.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Aren't they getting divorced?
Not that I know
something?
of. They were just.
I don't know. I don't want to be all TMZ, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
He's pretty deadly.
Okay, so.
But that's why. Like, I know you like Post Malone, so I was just mentioning that, and I like Tommy Lee, so I thought that's kind of cool how they're collaborating. Now I gotta look up that song that they did in 2018 because I don't know, never heard of it.
Wasn't that on 2018? That
It was on like beer bongs and something. Yeah,
beer bongs and.
It was on that
Bentleys,
album.
Beer bongs and Bentleys.
On that album, but I can't remember the name of the song
Okay.
that they did. But anyways, he's on there. So that's what I wanted to say about Tommy Lee.
Right.
And
okay.
yeah, no, Motley Crue is in Saskatoon. That's where I saw him. I feel like, so I saw them in Saskatoon, and I feel like it was right, like a few days before the Saskatoon show. Yeah, I know, right? They were playing in Edmonton, and I feel like so the whole thing is he's playing his drums and he goes up above the crowd and he like flips upside down and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like in Edmonton or Calgary, he got stuck up there for like an hour, which was like a few nights before they played in Saskatoon. I'm just thinking that would have sucked, man, being stuck up there upside down, but he kept playing apparently.
For how long? Like
I don't know. I don't know because I wasn't there.
Oh,
I just
right. Okay.
And that could be complete bullshit. It was just something I heard the night at the concert. That
Was he stuck up there all night long?
All night long. Is that a segue?
Maybe, maybe. So Lionel Richie, he's getting a biopic. Wait, do you want me to? Yeah. You can play the flag again.
No, well, you keep doing that because I'm going to try and find that John Travolta, Jamie Lee Curtis clip.
Okay, so with all the biopics going on with, like the Motley Crue one, Bohemian Rhapsody, of course.
Elton John.
Now Disney is reportedly working on an original musical based on Richie's music. It's going to be called All Night Long. So Lionel Richie has a 5-decade music catalog.
How old is he?
He's like, I don't know, must be in his 70s, I guess. How old? All right, Lionel Richie.
Does he sing that song Dancing on the Ceiling?
Yep.
Okay, I know that one. And
He's
I know
70.
All Night Long.
Yep.
What else has he got?
Hello.
Hi.
Is it me you're looking for?
Is that him?
That's him.
Wasn't there like a big viral video where people are like...
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
That's him too?
That's him too.
That's a remake though, isn't it? Isn't that like a Frank Sinatra song or something? Maybe? I feel like that's an old Rat Pack thing. Maybe
you won the trivia on that one. I don't know. What else does he have? Let's see.
So what happened? Okay, what makes his life so special? There's obviously something there to have Disney be like, hey, we could...
Right. Well, he was in that...
Did he do all the music for a Disney show?
No, but it's a biopic. Like...
Yeah, but you got to have some kind of something interesting that happens in your life.
50 years of popular music. It's pretty...
Popular.
Yeah.
I guess in the States.
He was in... what's the band? Is it The Temptations? No, not Temptations.
While you're doing that, I'm going to play...
my brain right now.
See if you can talk about...
Commodores. He was in the Commodores.
Never heard of them. Yeah. Mark just gave me a Are you kidding me? Look. Okay, what's a hit from them?
I knew you were gonna say that.
While you're looking that up, I'm gonna play this John Travolta, Jamie Lee Curtis scene in the background. Okay. And you can tell me if there's a comparison here.
Yep. Right now, yep. Except there's a lot more ugly guys in the...
Well, this is like late 70s, early 80s probably.
Yeah. And I don't mean ugly like I'm just not attracted to them.
Man, I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Look at that guy. But it gets pretty intense though. What's the name of that band?
Who?
The Lionel Richie.
Commodores. I'm gonna find their discography. And then on Commodores.
Hey, what's that girl's name?
Which one?
You'll see her again because she's eyeing up John Travolta here. Wait, what song is playing in the back?
Wait, I can...
Like, what are they dancing to? Not dancing, they're doing aerobics. Wow. But you see my point though, right? So
yeah,
I
this
think
is definitely...
that's where the idea came from, right?
I think so, yeah.
Look at his little boner there.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so where were we?
You were trying to find a hit of the...
Yeah, it's...
got distracted by Travolta and tight shorts.
Easy.
How does that go?
Easy like a Sunday morning. That's their song. It's... who else did it? Here. Faith No More did it.
Faith No More.
Yep. So the Commodores is... Oh, look at them Sparklies.
What's Sparklies?
The video that's going to be playing in a second here.
Right. So Disney, they like signed the rights to this already, and
yeah, I guess
it's in production, or Motown, 1977. Motown, man, a lot of shit came out of there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah. VH1, look at that. Don't tell me you don't know this song.
It sounds familiar.
Oh my god, dude.
It's a nice song, man.
Yeah. The Commodores. You're welcome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway. So, yeah, for those who are not watching, that was probably pretty boring. But, yeah.
Look at his boots.
I know. Heels. Them Sparklies. See?
They're all sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shine. Cool, man.
Okay. That was me. What do you got? Got something else?
I heard something about Kelly Clarkson and her man are getting a divorce. Are they separated, or do you know anything about this?
I heard that on the radio too, but it was one of those quick blocks where Kelly Clarkson is getting divorced after 10 years.
Are you a fan of hers? She was correct.
I wouldn't say fan, but she got pipes.
She was it the first American Idol or second? What brought her to fame?
I think the first.
I think so too. And then she got $1 million and signed a so many record deal contract with
like
Simon.
That, yeah.
Something right now she's got like a talk show. Do you know that?
I know she's on TV, but
I find it. I mean, it's all right. There's a lot of fans. I'm not a fan of the show. I mean, she's all right, but kind of
annoying.
Yeah, it seems so fake. I think, in my opinion, she seems like, I don't know how to say it without being offensive.
Blur it out.
Well, I would just call it like hillbilly kind of, not redneck, but like a hillbilly redneck, cowboyish.
Well, that doesn't have to be bad.
Just no, it's not. I'm not saying it to be mean or anything. It's just that's like the presentation I get from her. Maybe that's her personality. Like she's from Texas or something. Is she from Texas? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, she'll yell and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I do think she talks like that because she was a judge on The Voice,
right?
And she does have that
right?
twang.
And see, like, twang is a good way to explain it, but like that just bothers me. Okay. I'm sure I talk funny too, but it just
yeah, you do.
So I get it. Like I'm not trying. Like I think she's cool and all, but I just can't watch her show because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. It just seems she's trying too hard.
Some people just rub you the wrong way. If they try.
I'll get rubbed anyway. I don't care. But I just even if it's from her. But okay, I guess so. But yeah, it just I've tried to watch it because like some guests that were on there were like, I like them, and I had to shut it off. It was like, I can't stand it. But yeah.
All right. Well, fair enough.
So that's all I was going to say about that.
She's getting divorced.
I guess so, but big deal. She's got a lot of money now too, right? She'll be fine.
Oh, but that's
so okay. That's get this, but her husband is like the executive producer of her show, of her TV show, and like I think her manager as well too.
Okay.
So that's either going to be
interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe they're going back to a purely work relationship.
I'm sure. I wonder if there's a prenup there.
That's not going to work though.
Like it's either going to be a squeaky clean one or it's going to be ugly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's going to be no down the middle. It's going to be black or white.
But
right?
That's usually in divorces, right?
All of them.
Yeah. I don't want to get divorced.
I don't want to get married. What?
What? Cut that out?
Yeah.
She's watching.
That's fine. She knows.
Okay.
She knows how I feel.
Well, on that note, we should probably take a break.
We can.
He needs to call.
Love you.
He needs to call someone. This episode is brought to you by Kanto Audio. Kanto is a Canadian company that produces quality speakers and accessories like cables, TV, and speaker mounts. Their latest flagship model is the Kanto Tuk, named after the remote Canadian hamlet Tuktoyaktuk. The speakers feature AMT tweeters, 13cm aluminum woofers, 65 watts per channel, and a wide range of input methods like RCA for a CD player, Bluetooth for your phone, Toslink optical input for your TV, and built-in phono stage, so setting up your turntable is easy peasy. Connecting them to Kanto's sub-6 or sub-8 subwoofers complete the full range sound that anyone will enjoy. They come in two colors, matte black and matte white, and they're available at Funky Moose Records via fmr.fm/tuk. That is fmr.fm/TUK. So, I know you're not into any other music than 90s rock.
Right.
Do you know Avicii?
No.
He's a Swedish DJ, was a Swedish DJ. He did Wake Me Up. Wake me up when it's all over.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Right.
So that guy.
And Janelle plays that a lot, so
okay.
I have.
So
she'll give me shit. And why do you say you don't know who that is when I play it all the time? So, which she's right. She told me that a couple times already.
So he died in 2018. His real name is Tim Bergling, and he died in 2018, apparent suicide, and he was 28 years old. He was pretty big, like not big, but big in
popularity.
Yep. And now in Stockholm, they are in 2021. They're opening the Avicii Experience, a tribute museum to the late DJ, producer, and songwriter. So they're gonna, it's gonna be an immersive, interactive exhibition that follows his musical journey from bedroom tinkerer to global success. So it'll have a bunch of memorabilia, never before seen photos, videos, music, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool to honor someone like that.
For sure. I honestly feel like Britney Spears is doing that already. And I think it's called The Experience.
The Britney Experience.
I think so, yeah. Because you can go into like a scene of each one of her videos or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's how it was. Like each room is like
one of her videos.
Yeah. I think that's what that is. And then there's cameras in all of them, and it records you. You can like do the dance from the video, or I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because I know at one point she was posting those clips.
Yeah.
On her Instagram, but yeah.
Oh.
Cool. That is kind of neat.
Yeah. Levels was one of his songs. Yeah.
Let's
and his record is actually doing pretty well in sales here.
Like a new record?
Yep.
Or is it the one that like a new one came out after he died? Or you mean like his last one?
The last one that came out, yeah.
So it's like 2 years old already.
Yep.
And it's
still selling it.
So do you think that this bumped that up? Like this experience bumped up his record sales a little bit?
No, because it's only going to be in 2021 that it's going to be open.
Right. Okay.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
what are you bringing up here?
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago we kind of went through some new releases?
2 weeks, yeah.
And I just thought that maybe we can just have a quick peek before the episode's done here today.
Yeah.
And just scroll through these and see if you can blast out a few names that might
First Row
have attention.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Bad Cop.
Oh, there's a Brazilian Love Affair.
Is that my mouse or your mouse doing that?
That's yours.
Crazy. There's a delay.
Yeah. But that Brazilian Love Affair is on Wax Time. People, I suggest if you want high quality audio, stay away from Wax Time. If you just want the music and don't necessarily really care about the quality of the audio, Wax Time is a label. Maybe I can explain this a little bit. There are a few record labels, like Wax Time is one, DOL is one, and there are a few other ones. They're usually based in Europe. Spain is one big country that does this. So what these labels do, they re-release old legacy music. So music that's older than 20 years that went into public domain. They grab whatever source they can, usually a CD or an MP3, and they convert that and press that onto a record. Now, one of the reasons people collect records is because
the
sound quality, this is debatable, but is superior to digital formats. Now, if you take an MP3 that you downloaded off the internet somewhere at 128 kilobit per second and put that on a record, that's not going to make it sound better. So, and I'm not saying don't buy Wax Time, don't buy DOL, because there is a time and place for these, but just make sure that if you are seeing a release by Wax Time, keep in mind that the sound quality is probably going to be less of an experience than when you buy, for example, a Blue Note release by Columbia. Keep that in mind.
All right.
Yeah, so I see David Bowie, Space Oddity, on Rhino right there.
Yep.
That's coming out this week.
Crystal Murray, I think isn't there somebody in PA with that name?
Probably. Earth and Fire. I don't know where the wind went, but... Oh, your mouse is loud.
You're loud.
What?
I could use my finger here too, but... Geezer.
Not Weezer.
What else do we got going on? I don't recognize any of these, you guys.
No, there's a whole bunch of stuff that... okay, keep going. I don't recognize...
Jeremy Zucker.
Havoc. Nope.
I don't know who Jeremy Zucker is, you guys. I'm just saying that because it was up there.
Johnny Halliday. Oh, Johnny Ramone.
The Final Sessions.
That the guy from the Ramones?
Yep.
He releases okay. Kayak. Kayak is a Dutch band.
We talked about them the last time we did this, 2 weeks ago.
Kayak?
Didn't we?
No.
Are you sure they didn't have one?
No,
on
that
there?
was Akda and de Munnik.
Whatever.
That's a duo. Kayak is a rock band. Which makes sense. Music on Vinyl is a Dutch record label that re-releases King Crimson.
Look at, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
Okay, you got some work to do then, because we want all of those on the site.
All of those?
Yeah. Especially in the court of Crimson King.
King Diamond, who's that?
No idea.
We're obviously in the case.
Lamb of
God. There we go. Finally something good. Just kidding. These are cool album covers, though.
Yeah, that's why people collect records.
For the art. Sometimes, right? I thought that
Michael
said...
Franti.
I thought that
Look at
said...
this guy.
Hi, who's that?
He was in...
And the Spearhead. Spearhead.
We went to Carlos, to Santana in Saskatoon, and Michael Franti was...
Opening?
Was opening.
Nice.
It's very happy-go-lucky... Well, that show anyway. It was very happy-go-lucky reggae type.
Reggae?
Well,
I thought that said...
Not even reggae.
I thought that said melting cock, but it's melting clock.
Wow. Okay then.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Yeah.
Muck. Yeah. Okay. Mushroom head.
Mushroom head. Our eyes are both looking at the same thing, right? Neil Young.
Right. Oh, Neil Young. Yes. There are two versions.
Virgins.
Wow.
Two virgins.
Two versions
melting
of this one
cocks.
coming out.
And fucks.
Okay, so Neil Young, Homegrown. This was originally a release that was coming out for Record Store Day, but Record Store Day is not happening. So Neil Young is releasing two versions of this. One is an indie-only release or indie exclusive, which has, you see the album cover here.
Is that the one where that long-ass song that he released is on this album?
That's Bob Dylan.
Oh, there you go. Shows what I know.
But so this album cover, the indie exclusive has a poster inside of that album cover, so you can have your record in the cover and then have the poster on the wall. Nina Simone is coming out again.
You had me listen to her a while ago, didn't you?
Maybe, probably. Peggy Lee. Pat Travers. Black Betty. Keep going. Robin Tower.
Trower.
Ron Sexsmith.
Trower or Trower?
Ron Sexsmith.
There's two of them.
Yep. What?
Did we talk about that Sexsmith guy before? I feel like we did.
Maybe, but Hermitage? Is that how you pronounce that?
Where?
Here. Hermitage?
Yeah. Hermitage? I don't know. Sucker Punch.
I have an excuse. I'm Dutch.
And I'm dumb. I feel like I've heard Sucker Punch before. I don't know where. Is that? That's a soundtrack. That's why I heard that. There you go. A soundtrack to Sucker Punch. Oh, I almost thought that said Tenacious.
Yeah, it's Tenderlonious.
The Grizzly Mighty.
Grizzled.
The Oz.
Grizzled Mighty. Nope. The Red, the Shiva, Spitfires, Thelonious Monk.
Look at this.
Hey.
So this album cover here, The Red Declaration.
Yeah.
That's from The Secret. You remember that book, The Secret?
Yeah.
That's like the cover of that. And on the wax seal, it said Secret.
Right, but this is the Declaration of War or something.
Is that what
or
it is?
something.
Just says
I
Declaration.
don't know.
I think that's the cover of that. Anyways.
Thelonious Monk, Monk's Dream is re-released on Groove Replica. I don't know what that is.
Can they see that?
No, it's over here, right there. Throne Hammer.
That's what I call my Johnson.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. I honestly, wasn't spitting out names there because I didn't recognize any of these.
There are quite a few releases, but there's a lot. H1N1? Sorry.
So that's the name of the album.
Yeah.
H1N1 by Revenge of the Truants.
We should make an episode about band names. Throw in the comments below the most ridiculous band name you've ever heard.
Nickelback.
And then
and how they got the name. You're like, wah, wah.
And then send us a link to YouTube or something where we can find out.
Yeah, sure, that'd be fun. Band names and how they got them. AC/DC. Do you know how they got the name of that?
They're Australian.
It's on the back of like your amplifier or whatever.
Yeah.
AC/DC. I think that's where they got it from.
You think, or that's?
I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Oh, like that story you told me last week, which was completely out of whack. You were convinced. You were trying to convince me.
I had you and Janelle convinced too, didn't I?
No, I had to look it up because I didn't believe
Janelle.
you.
Janelle believes me. I believed myself, man. What was it? Tell them what the story was.
I don't
even remember. Because you're lying.
No.
It was something to do with Chris Cornell, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, Spoonman.
Spoonman. Yeah. Where did the name Spoonman come from? How did?
So Spoonman came on, and I was trying to tell the kids, like, oh, if you listen, like, you can hear the spoons in the background, right? Because you can in like the in the instrumental. And then Janelle was asking, well, or somebody asked, like, why is it called that way? I don't know if it was you just being a smartass or something. And didn't I have like a valid story about?
It sounded.
He was
credible.
like on some kind of Indian reservation or something in the hut, and they were like doing a sweat or something, and there was a spoon man there playing, and he thought he'd write a song about it, something like that.
Something like that. That was a story
on the lines in that vicinity.
But in reality, it was just a guy on the street that they played with or something, and the guy had a nickname called Spoonman.
Spoonman, and then they wrote that song. But then I was
Way
trying
less
to
interesting.
backpedal and defend my story, where I think that I might have mixed that story up with Voodoo from Godsmack, and maybe they were in like some kind of tent,
but we didn't
smoking a peace pipe or something.
But we didn't want to
sweat.
put Joel down more, so we didn't look that one up. So,
Yeah. So if you guys know the origins of those two songs, feel free to write those in the comments. But yeah, I told it and I sold it. It was good.
Did you sell it then?
Well, Janelle believed me, and then she was kind of choked that I pulled that out of my ass. But I seriously believed it. Like I said, I just might have mixed up a couple different stories in my head to come out with one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's how the mind works, I guess.
How much more time do we got? I don't know.
I didn't.
I was going to touch up on Lemmy a little bit, but there's nothing in the news about Lemmy.
You saw a post fly by and
about Lemmy, and I was just thinking of, there was a couple of years ago, there was a documentary that came out about him, and I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
Yeah.
And I'm just interested in it, and how like on Metallica's last album, they wrote a song about Lemmy called Murder One.
Right.
And that song's about Lemmy. I was just going to talk shit about that. But
don't talk shit about that.
Not shit, but talk about that kind of shit. Because he was awesome, and he is no longer with us. Just another great musician that's not around. And how he was just kind of not happy-go-lucky, but just he didn't give a shit.
And he's always playing his VLTs or whatever at the local bar that he
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need Lemmy, you know where to find him.
And he lived in his 70s, smoked and drank all the time.
And cancer got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all. So that was kind of what we were going to, but I think we're low on time, actually. Might have to cut that short. Can you see?
Oh, we got lots of time.
Aha.
We can talk however long we want.
About Lemmy. That's pretty much, I just kind of spit it all out real quick, and that's all I got on Lemmy. Have you seen that documentary a few years ago? No. I feel like it's been more than a few years ago. I don't even know what it's called or where to find it.
We should find out where we can rent it and watch it.
Sure. Movie night. Did you ever finish Sonic Highways?
I did. I watched it. Yes.
I feel like I didn't watch the last couple episodes.
Really?
But I rocked out that album.
Oh, yeah.
When I redid my whole basement, that's like the only album I listened to was Sonic Highways over and over again.
This one.
Yeah.
I got the Washington cover. So the vinyl release came in 8 different covers. So the documentary was 9 different covers.
Because they wrote a different song in a different city.
Yeah, so every city has its own cover. I got the Washington cover because when you order it, you don't know which one you're getting. Right. So I got Washington, and a friend of mine got Seattle, which he wanted because it's Seattle rock, right?
Yeah.
And then the other ones, and then there's also one, I think that's a limited edition with all of the cities combined onto.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So
that was a cool HBO series.
Yeah,
mini doc.
I'm watching that again. I think
I still have that on the hard drive, potentially. Yeah, that's the series that kind of made me have a little bit of not admiration, but I guess respect for. There was that
Zac Brown.
Yes.
Yep.
That's where I was kind of introduced to Zac Brown a little bit, was from that.
I think Zac Brown is awesome. I thought he was awesome before. Then I saw him in the documentary, and I was like, "Yep, that's kind of how I saw him before." Yeah, I've seen Zac Brown in a few live shows. I've not seen him live, but I've seen a few live shows on YouTube, and he did a few streaming ones. And he's.
I would rather watch like a documentary thing like that than watch a movie like a
biopic.
Yeah. I would rather watch a documentary, because I find it's more
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Or it's realer. But I'm sure there's
But it depends
production
on your mentality going into, like the Queen movie, for example, Bohemian Rhapsody, and the Motley Crue one. You know those are produced, and you know those are
movies
based on events, so they're not 100% accurate.
Right.
The documentaries, like Sonic Highways, is Foo Fighters is doing this. There's a guy with a camera, and they're following them along. So the only thing that can be edited is, we don't want this in the video, so cut that out.
Well, yes, but then you've got there's shitty documentaries out there too, like those ones on, let's say, Michael Jackson. Right? Where they're like...
I feel like I started watching it but never finished it.
Right. I didn't watch the last one that came out last year or whatever. That was like the big talk for a while.
Oh.
I didn't watch that at all.
No,
not at all. No. Not interested. But I did watch the one when he was still alive, and there was that guy. Remember that interviewer interviewed him, had like an hour-long documentary, and that's when he kind of said that he sleeps with kids or whatever. Right? No sexual. I watched that one, but I mean, that was
yeah.
Because that was the information that he wanted to put out there, right? Yeah. It was almost like Michael didn't have a say in that documentary, right? Yeah. But this is it. I have that. That was kind of cool.
I think that's the one I watched.
Where he's getting ready for the last tour that he was going to do.
In O2 Arena or whatever, yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have that. That was good.
I don't know.
Or interesting. I don't know if I'd say good, but interesting.
MJ is one of those people, or was one of those people. I admire his work and his work ethic. His private life, that's his private life. And I'm not saying you should be in bed with kids. But,
right.
But I mean.
But we can't. Yeah, and I think
I don't want to take away from the artistry just because he did that.
Right. Well, and even let's say he was like the worst human being on earth, like Bill Burr says, he still gave us Thriller. Like we still have to accept the fact that, like, what are we gonna like? Are we gonna cancel Thriller? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like, could you?
Let's not go there.
I don't even think you can.
No.
That video is just like it to this day.
But actually, I just had a record come in from Morrissey, and Morrissey is I didn't know Morrissey up until 2-3 weeks ago or whatever it was. But Morrissey is apparently very right-winged and is hated for all of his comments on social media or in the media or whatever. And then the record came in and I was like, oh, this guy. So immediately it smudges his name. I don't know his music. I don't know him. I just read the articles or saw the headlines or whatever. So all I see is this bad guy that I have a record of now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I try to stay out of the like TMZ and stuff. I don't follow that. And that's also the podcast. I do not want, like, even Kelly Clarkson getting a divorce. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely don't want to get into personal business of artists.
Right.
Like if they do something cool, then sure. But
like getting a divorce. Everyone's doing it.
No, I guess that's a cool thing to do, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and as we were talking, there's a Foo Fighters something from nothing from live at Glastonbury. 2 hours and 19 minutes.
2 hours ago?
No, it's 2 hours and 19 minutes long. Foo Fighters shows are long.
They kick ass.
They have a lot of music.
They're gonna go around for a long time.
Yeah.
Like they're like, unless one of them, even if one of them died, I bet they would still find somebody to go in.
If Dave Grohl dies,
yeah,
it's gonna. I have a weird feeling. Okay, so Dave Grohl was the drummer in Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Cobain died. Dave Grohl, the drummer, starts a new band, becomes big. Taylor Hawkins right now is the drummer for Foo Fighters.
Right.
If Dave Grohl ever dies, hangs himself or
whatever,
whatever. Yeah. I think Taylor Hawkins is going to take most of the band members, form a new band, and kick ass some more.
Think so?
Yeah.
Could be.
Although they are getting up there in age now.
But they kick ass. They're pretty good.
Do you know Taylor's side gig?
I think you showed me a while ago, but I've never really I didn't dive into it.
Now I got myself in trouble because I don't remember the name of the band.
Google it.
Yeah. Taylor Hawkins, Coattail Riders. Taylor Hawkins and the Coattail Riders. Check them out. That's a side project from Taylor. It's weird. Some of the songs are like, what the fuck is this? But it's a pretty kick-ass album.
Okay. I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shut this down. I gotta go.
Yep. Oh. You going somewhere?
I'm going to bed. But all right, you guys, thanks for tuning in this week.
Like, subscribe, follow.
All of the above.
Wherever you can find us. And
keep tuning in. Like I said earlier, we got some surprises coming in.
Next week, we'll have an interview.
We hope to. If it falls through, right?
We will have an interview.
All right.
One way or the other.
We're not telling you who, but keep an eye and follow, and you'll figure it out before that happens.
See you next week.